NFL 24. And we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. He had a nice effort a week ago with a pair of touchdowns. It's the Chiefs and the Broncos on Thursday night.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight, we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
In the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Well, the Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his second season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big one.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Waiting on it will be Richie James. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So here come the defending champs, led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, a 2-time winner now in Patrick Mahomes.
There's nothing the league's best quarterback didn't achieve last season. Super Bowl trophy? Check. MVP award? Check. League leader in yards and touchdowns? Check. How does he top the season he had last year? I don't know. But Patrick Mahomes, he usually finds a way.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now a 7th-round surprise from a year ago. It's Isaiah Pacheco. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. The numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This defense for the Broncos, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 4th down, so Kansas City sends out Tommy Townsend. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And, CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions.
Now he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Mahomes to MVS there for the Kansas City first.
Kansas City suited Valdez-Scantling well, and he produced a new career high in receptions and nearly in yards as well. One of football's best deep threats. He seems tailor-made for this offense, and he gets them a first down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. But you look at this Bronco defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that will be incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a fourth down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on fourth. Mahomes throwing on fourth. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So after the fourth down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. Mahomes now to throw. And this is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Butker's kick here is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Denver's offense now set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A man who was lost for the year in Week 4 last season. Here's Javonte Williams. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Now Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. And Judy's going to have a Broncos first down as he'll get this up to the 39. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. On first down, Wilson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return, it's James. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. A man who re-signed with the Chiefs back in May. Here's Jerick McKinnon. Still going inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. It's a big play there from a big play guy, Jerick McKinnon. 46 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pick.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Play action. Now Wilson. He's got Dulcich going across the formation. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. Throwing is Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Wilson now off the bootleg. His throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Here's James returning. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. 10-0 our score. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. And they're going to speed things up here.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Kadarius Toney, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to stretch out their lead. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting it and by him going up and getting it.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Dosich. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Wilson.
2nd and 2.
He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
It's a gain of 6.
Again, Wilson.
Broncos first down.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On 2nd down, Wilson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Now Wilson. That is caught. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Folks, kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
And we'll still have time for one play before the half, as this will be fair caught and brought out to the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have come to halftime, and well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. A nice little juke, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Here's Pacheco once again. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
They go play action with Wilson. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Play action, it's Wilson. Right side, it's Manhurts, the tight end. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now it's Wilson. Pass complete to Judy on the out route. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 1. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chris Jones bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. A nice pickup of 17 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. That is incomplete. And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
To throw again is Wilson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Chris Jones make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
Flushed out right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Denver's offense ready to go again. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They run again on first down. Cook. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big pickup of 38.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the 3rd and then carry that over to the 4th.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. To throw is Wilson. Incomplete, right side to Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that will lead to a 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletion sets. To throw, it's Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 23. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Mahomes throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he stopped immediately there. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling from 10 yards out. And the Chiefs are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. So the Broncos coming out now. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. He'll get this one to Patrick. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
At the 29-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll dump this off to Cook. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and Bull made a nice play. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And he is going to have a Broncos 1st down as they find a way to convert there on 4th and 6. Throwing again here, Wilson. Buying time to his left. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He's going to get this one down to Cook. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Here's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, 46 yards. And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes it 24-13. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. And quickly, they get to the line. Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. DJ Jones. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So here is Wilson and the Broncos. Down by 11, a minute 47 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Wilson.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Finding Sutton. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. He may go. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Play action. It's Wilson. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Wilson, short throw caught by Dulcich. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where his coaches...
Touchdown! Cortland Sutton with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Folk connects on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Chiefs have got it. And with that, they should have a victory as well. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Let's go, fellas. Broncos, let's ride.